everyone, my name is Anika Serrano, and I am from Rosary Hills Secondary School. So today, I'll be talking about a book that I've recently read, and it is written by Ray Bradbury, and it's titled Fahrenheit 451. It is a classic novel in a dystopian future setting. Well, you see here, we imagine our future in a really comfortable place, full of happiness and joy, just like this painting hanging on my wall. But a dystopian future is the exact opposite. In comparison, it is as sophisticated as this abstract painting on my wall. So Anika, what is the plot? Great question. Well, the plot is... Just kidding. Of course there's a protagonist, and his name is Montag. He is a firefighter, and compared to our world and this fictional world, the firefighters in this story is quite different. Well, you see, instead of putting out fire, they create fire. Hold up, there is a logical explanation for this. Well, firstly, of course, they are in a dystopian future, which means the governments are technically controlling them, using propaganda to brainwash them. And they don't really know what they're doing. So, the whole story is about the protagonist trying to find out his true purpose. And through his work, he was just following orders, and in the end, he realized there's something wrong. He had this uneasy feeling, and he came across a really special girl who opened up his heart and opened up his mind to the different possibilities that the world has to offer. And he grew curious every day on why they had to burn books. These firefighters believed, and of course including Montag, they had to burn all of those historical books, important information that makes our world our world.
Why did they really choose to burn books?
Well, they're just really doing their job by fulfilling the government's wants. Well, you see, the government wanted to start from scratch by erasing historical information and all of those evidence of our past in order to create a brighter future and start from scratch. And those people believed this facade. People weren't free to think, to have their own opinion. They were stuck in a world where they're just like robots. In Montag's career, he came across different occurrences which questioned his life, his existence, his purpose. Montag started collecting the books that he actually had to burn. And eventually, of course, someone discovered this. And reading books in their world was illegal. So he had to run for his life, or else he would face a big consequence. And while running for his life, he was trying to solve this world problem and try to save everyone's life from the evil acts, evil deeds of the government. This is truly an eye-opening novel. This novel was created in 1953. That's about 70 years ago. You see, that was in the middle of a Cold War. And the fact that Ray Bradbury had envisioned an accurate picture of what the future that looks like is quite terrifying to me, because the resemblance of his imagination to our reality is uncanny. It's so similar to the point that he even got to mention virtually reality and advertisements on the walls. The fact that he accurately pointed out what we have now in our world is really something that we should be really aware of and something that we should learn from. And the whole summary basically means that we shouldn't let mass media make our interest lower towards reading literature, because reading literature is raw, it's full of emotions. I rate this book 10 out of 10. I definitely would love to tell everyone to read this book because it is really informative and it gave me a roller coaster ride and emotions. And yes, it's really something that you should add on into your book list, and I really recommend it to everyone.